Oh, yeah. Hi, everybody. I'm in. Hi, thank you for being here and thank you for your subscription. And as you know, I'm raw, authentic Teresa Gagnon, yoga for recovery and for everybody. So if you were in the 45-minute episode, well, this is the 20-minute core and breath practice. So just so you know, it's not always about the actual abdominals, which are connected to everything. Today's more about the hip. So that's what I just previously did in the 45 minutes. My hip, oh my goodness, it's been triggered by some memory, some stuff. So we're going to do a floor practice for the coring in of the femur bone into the femur bones into the hip sockets. It is a ball and socket. So all those tissues around the hip are like, oh my God, I need some attention, I need some love, I need some care. So doing the practice is really the care that I need to give myself today. So this is truly my authentic practice for me healing my own hip. So we are going to begin in just setting ourselves just for a couple of breaths. So get cross-legged, seated in any position that works for you. Make sure you have all your props. Remember that before you click forward button to watch this, that there's props around you. We will need a yoga strap for sure today. So go grab somebody's tie. All right. So take a moment to close your eyes, palms up for daytime, palms down for evening, and just take a really kind big breath in. And then let it go. And again, take that big, beautiful, kind breath in and let it go. You are here. This is your 20-minute practice. We're here together. We've got this going on. Yeah. So just coming, like literally coming home to the self. That's all that I ask and invite you to do, is just to come home to yourself. Take a couple more breaths just to really close your eyes and go inside, settle into your bones, settle into your body, settle into you. And then start to just visualize in your mind's eye that place right between your eyebrows. The success of your being is you providing this 20-minute care to yourself, and how wonderful that you're here on the mat right now. So with a smile and gratitude, thank yourself for being here and feel that breath in your body. And let's do 3 big belly breaths. So take your hands now to your belly. And then let it happen at your own pace. Big belly breaths. In and out. Good. That's it. Just like that. And then slowly blink your eyes open and welcome to your practice. So taking mindfulness is a serious thing, okay? Like being mindful. So slide your bolster to a side. It doesn't matter where, if you were seated on one. Make sure you have a blanket. I'd like to come up onto the knees right off the hop. So what I'm doing here today is really connecting with the root chakras of sacral energy, standing on the knees with your toes curled under behind you. So get into that and sit back on your toes. I know a lot of you out there, you get that funny face when you sit on your toes, like, my toes don't bend that way. Well, that's not healthy. You want your toes to bend. No pushing and no shoving, though. If you need to come up off your toes, please do so, or plant or flex your toes to sit back for 5, for 4, 3, 2, and then rise up. Got it? Okay. So what I meant by is you want your feet to be flexible, and if you are learning to become more flexible, do not push it. Give yourself time. Now let's take the left leg out, inner edge of the left foot, and just give it a little windshield wipe on the heel. So in, out, yeah. Or in, back, like a windshield wipe. Feel that? Yeah. Good. Now place the inner edge of the left foot onto the mat and take your right hand down, wrist extended, fingers facing forward. So take that left leg up now and bend that left knee and playfully bend and extend it. So moving it around, and you can circumvent it, meaning in circular motion, and pressing the floor away with your right hand so that you're externally rotating your right arm, and start to move that left arm up and back. So feeling that, good. And then lower the inner edge of that left foot down onto the mat and press into it so you really dorsiflex your foot, and then start to open up your chest and move your jaw around. Yeah, move that left arm around. Everything's connected. Everything is connected. Beautiful. Good. And then exhale, release that left knee, shin Parallel shins, sit back on your heels or your toes curled under for 5. And belly breathe for 4. You could close your eyes for 3. Good. Just like that. And then rise back up onto your toes and your knees. And then start to take your right leg out to the right, to the inner edge of it. Oh, why am I off my mat today? I'm a little off my rocker today anyhow. That's why I'm here. I'm actually broadcasting this while my family's home, which is very rare. So they might come into the camera. But they're like, Mommy, you need to do your yoga. Go do your yoga. So feeling that. So windshield wiping, heel in, out, in, out, in and out. Just like that. Slow it down, people. Come on, we got to go slower. We got to really love yourself and feel that. What is that? Yeah, no naming it. Like, don't give it a bad name. It's just that's my hip, internally, externally rotating. Good. Plant the inner edge of the right foot. Left hand, wrist extended, root down, and then start to playfully move through the left leg. Lengthening the tailbone, bending the knee. I do miss Tyson, though. He's out playing with Starla, I think. Moving that right leg, opening up your chest, wiggling your jaw around. You do you. Feel that. And then start to open up through the right arm. Land the inner edge of that right foot and feel all of this beautiful energy. Oh, whew. Wave it around a little bit. Noticing what you can do to offer up a little bit more length in that hip area so that, you get that side bend happening. Good. And then when you're ready to exhale, lower right shin to left shin. Come to sit on your shins. Take a moment. Fantastic. Good. Now I'm just going to come forward onto my mat in a tabletop, just like this. And make sure that your knees are taken care of. I don't need that for my knees, actually. I've got my fuzzy wuzzy. So coming onto all fours, taking a moment here to tone that belly button and then extend the left leg straight back and cross that left leg over towards the right and then pressing into both sets of your toe pads, your feet, the balls of your feet, and then hover the right knee off the mat and feel the tone of the belly as you extend through the crown of the head. You'll notice that I do a lot of dancing around in my asanas, and you do you. You can be static, but do not hold your breath. So please, no don'ts. Exhale. How about that? More positively. Exhale, exhale, exhale for 5, for 4, for 3, 2, and then lower the right knee, extend the left leg straight back, and then from there, bend the left knee, but tone the belly button in and lift through the inner thigh, press the floor away. And we're just gonna hold this just like that and see if you can lift that left knee a little higher through the inner thigh. So you're gonna squeeze the bum. So we're strengthening the muscles in that hip. So you're lifting it. It's tiny movement because you don't want, no don'ts, keep your inner thigh lifting up. So think inner thigh. For another, squeezing it up a little bit more. Maybe you could hold it there, lift the belly. Oops, I dropped my belly. And then exhale, release that left knee. Good, straighten out your right leg. Toes and dorsiflexion, cross that right leg over towards the left. Knit that belly button in, extend through the crown of the head. Now hover the left knee off the mat. So we're really pressing the floor away with the root of your index finger and thumb. Your upper arms are externally rotated. You're extending through the crown of the head. You're lifting the belly for 5, for 4, 3, that knee's off the mat, 2, lower the left knee, extend the right leg straight back, lift that belly button, extend through the crown of the head, bend that right leg at a right angle, lift through the inner thigh. I think that's the most challenging for everybody, is to cognizantly draw up through the inner thigh and see if you can lift that knee a little higher, and you feel all those back muscles of the leg go contract. Okay? If you want to pulse it, but make sure you keep your knee as high as you can. See how my toes are spread? For another 4, 3, 2, and then release the left knee to join, or right knee to join the left knee, and come sit back on your shins. Open your knees up. This is a really powerful one. I do this in every practice because it has really supported the root chakras. Lengthen the tailbone down, and when you lean back, you're just closing the gap between the knees, and this is strengthening here, the quads, you feel them. And then rise back up, keep your neck still, your abdominals toned. So be really aware here. It's like, and then back up. And some of you can hold it for 2 breaths back there, or 3, go for it, hold it. But not holding your breath, so you're moving the breath. Yeah. And then back up, sit back onto your heels, bring your knees to touch, come back into tabletop, extend the left leg straight back, cross the left leg over towards the right, knit the belly button in, press the floor away, hover the right knee off the mat for 5, for 4, for 3, 2, lower the knee, extend the left leg straight back, bend the knee at a right angle, lift through the inner thigh, lift the belly button, press the floor away, and you want to see if you can lift that knee higher so you feel the whole crunch of the back of that leg for 5, for 4, for 3, 2, and then release the left knee, extend the right leg straight away, cross it over to the left, get that little strap out of the way, hover the knee for 5, for 4. So really use the strength of your arms to press the floor away. 3, 2, 1. Okay, lower the left knee, extend the right leg straight back, get that belly button up, extend through the crown of the head, bend that right knee, but lift through the inner thigh. So you keep your hips squared. Got it? So we're gonna hold that and squeeze it. See if you can lift your heel a little higher for 5. Keep the belly tone for 4, for 3, 2, and then slowly release that knee. Sit back onto your shins, open your knees, press into, so I created a pyramid, big toes touching. Lengthen the tailbone, lean it back. Yeah, maybe you wanna lean back as far as you can and without moving your neck and your lumbar spine and stay there. Or you're gonna pulse, not using so much momentum, but pressing the floor away with your shins so that you really get into this. Yeah, that's what this is all about. Strengthening those root chakras, those hip flexors. Good, and then when you're ready to sit back, down onto your bum, knees touch. And from here, I still want to stay in this tabletop position for just a little variation of something. Take your forearms down so that they're parallel like train tracks. Lift the belly button in, draw your elbows in a little bit more, and then extend the right leg and left leg straight back. Lift your hips up like this much more. Extend through the crown of the head. Now squeeze your inner thighs in, back, and apart. Lengthen your tailbone towards your heels and press your heels away, but extend through the crown of the head for 10. For 9. If you need to lower knee, please do. 8, 7, 6. It's okay, you're fine. For 5. Actually, it was at the Paralympians. They held this for 3 minutes and 40 seconds, I think was the longest one. Woo, those girls were pretty intense. Lower the knees to the mat. Stick your bum up like a little puppy dog. Plant or flex your feet. And then just move your chest towards the floor so we just get a nice little stretch in your upper back. Oh, there you go. Good. And then walk your hands back underneath your shoulders. Curl your toes under. Yes, we're going to do this. Left leg straight back, right leg over towards the right. Hover the left knee off the mat, or right knee off the mat. I get my lefts and rights a little mixed up, don't I? So press the floor away. Tone the belly. And we're just going to play around a little bit. Swirl around in your wrists. That's it. Extend through the crown of the head. Good. Now lower the right knee. Extend the left leg straight back. This time we're going to bend the left knee through the inner thigh. Lift it up. Tone the belly, but open it up all the way out to the left. And then extend that left leg as much as you can take it out to the left. And then lower it down into the floor. And then reach your right arm up towards the sky. Left arm. Sorry. Left leg, left arm. And open up and just give yourself a little reach through that left arm, wherever you want to ignite it. That's it. Good. Then release the left hand, lift the left leg up, bend the left knee up towards your armpit, and then take it straight back. Tone the belly, lift the head, extend, and then release. Shazam. Right leg straight back, right leg over towards the left. Tone the belly, hover that left knee. And it seems like not a lot we're doing right here, but you're doing so much inner work right now. Trust me, you're developing a stronger pelvis right now as we speak, and stronger arms, of course. Good. Lower that left knee. Extend the right leg straight back. Lift the belly. Tone the belly, in other words. And then from there, lift up through that inner thigh. Then start to open up that left knee out to the left, or right knee, right. Extend it as far out as you can. And make sure there's no bolsters in the way. Get that bolster out of the way. Land the inner edge of the foot. You've got it. And then open up through the right arm. So playfully moving yourself and opening yourself up. Feel what you need to feel. Good. And then release that right hand. Pick that right leg straight up, and then bend it, and then hug it in. Squeeze it in, extend it back, and then let it land and come to sit on your shins. Open your knees up, rise up, lengthen your tailbone. I'm out of breath there. And then lean back. Feel all that? Yes. And take it back up. Less is more, people. Just remember that. Oh, my namaste, my community, my connections. Just really pay attention to where you are in everything that you do, not rushing it. If I can turn back time, I tell my other younger self, slow down, enjoy life. Sit back on your heels, bring your knees to touch, swing your legs to a side, cross your legs out in front of you. We're not done yet. Take a moment just to feel your cross leg position. It changes the more you start to pay attention to your hips. Yeah, stir around. Opposite direction as well. There we go. And then switch it up. There, that's awesome. Connection. You know, I'll tell you, this morning I was a little bit sad, feeling a little borderline depressed, and then I said, nope, I'm doing my yoga practice today. And I thought I'd share that with you, and I'm already feeling like so much better, like 100%, 120. So from there, you switch your shins, draw your knees up, give them a little hug. You can have them wide apart, you can have them together. Sit back onto your sitting bones. I'm just going to turn sideways so you can see what we're going to do, and teeter back. If you did the 45 and this as well, then it all ties in together, because now you're going to just kind of go like this. So we're really enveloping like this core strength, this ability to lift your limbs and playfully, and don't forget to be playful. The practice is about being playful. The practice is about fluidity. And remember, the universe, the world doesn't stop. It's constantly moving and grooving and vibrating and so just when you think you want the whole world to stop because you're feeling something, let go of that feeling instead and go in the flow of what you're wanting to create. Release your feet down, adjust your bum, scoop up underneath your knee creases, grab the inner thighs, literally grab the inner thighs. You see the bird's eye view. And then pop your chest forward. Got it? So really using your core strength. See how my feet I'm always, most often, I don't like the word always, dorsiflexing my feet or flointing. So point is plantar, and then flexion, dorsiflexion is this. Got it? See my feet? But you add the two of them, it's like wearing 6-inch stilettos. I don't wear those often. Lift your heart, roll your shoulders back. And then see if you can kick up your heels a little bit more or open your knees wider, but keep your chest up. And then go where you can go and then hold it there. Releasing your hands for 5, for 4, 3, 2, cross your legs, forward fold if it's in your practice, and feel those hips. Yeah, some of you can go all the way down. Make sure your bum stays down, your heart lifts, and you extend through the crown of the head. Some of you will be here because of your hip flexors, and that's why you're here today. You're here to do this. You're here to practice. It's a practice. Remember that. Good, because we're going to teeter right back and switch out our shins. See, that was a little tricky, wasn't it? I'm feeling so much better. I'm actually going to make, like, I have the worst humor. No, that's not nice of me to say. I'm like, sometimes my humor is not very funny, but anyways, I'm feeling much better. Thank you for joining me on the mat. And then let's lean back once again, and we're gonna do that lift of the knees. You can hold your knee creases, lift your chest up, flex, point, floint your feet, whatever you need to do. And then see if you can bring your feet, knees together. If that's not available because of boobies and belly, then you do you. And then let's reach those arms up or out or down or here if that feels better. But keep your chest popped up. That's not the proper terminology, but popped up. But you do you. And then we're going to celebrate this for 5, wherever you are, for 4, for 3, for 2, and then release your feet and lift your heart and ah. Good, got it? Let's do it one more time. So coring in and hip flexion and extension and all that stuff, very important to be used. So playfully keep your spine elongated and start to swirl around in it. Just dance it. Feel all of your body. If you prefer to have your hands back and then keep your chest up, and you could just kind of just do you. Just like that. Good. And then from there, land your feet. Grab your inner thighs from underneath your knee creases, and we're just going to scooch our bum forward and roll back. Then take our hands to our quads. Lift your feet so your feet are at the height of your knees, parallel to the floor. Shoulders down, head down, and resist your quads now so you feel the tone of the belly for 10. So it's like you're isometrically pressing quad against hand, hand against quad for 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shake it out. So that isometric work is really important for really going deep into those flexors and extensors. Okay, straight arms, flex feet, spread toes for 10, 9, 8. Up arms are externally rotated, head is down, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let it be, let it be, let it be. And then once again, resist, resist. And so I've worked with physiotherapists, chiropractors, you name it, my decades of my whole life, homeopaths, naturopaths, and I combine everything in what I do. So just so you know, we're here for a big, we're doing it all. And then release. Got it? Cross your ankles, connect with your feet or your knees, vertically roll yourself up to your best ability. I like to do it like this. I use inhale towards shoulder blades, exhale towards sacrum, keeping your back in that flexion, right? So you're completely flexed, so you feel the sacral energy and come all the way up. Or roll your legs to a side and pick yourself up, whatever way you want to. Non-habitual crossing of the legs, the one that doesn't feel most comfortable. You could sit on your bolster, you could sit on just your bum in your mat, you decide. And big breath in, letting go breath out. Hold your belly flush. Take a moment. 20-minute practices is more than enough for everybody. If you did it every day, you're in it. It's awesome. And just think about it, 20 minutes every day out of your life to care for yourself, to nourish yourself, and less is more, absolutely. But more love and caring for yourself and not hurting yourself while you're practicing, because it is a practice. From my light to your light. Remember that. Close your eyes, open your arms up nice and bright, and say yes. Say yes. Say yes to life, and say yes to loving and caring for yourself. Namaste. See you in the next episodes. Maybe you're going to restore and breathe next, or maybe you're going to meditate, and that is beautiful. And remember, even in our postural movements of our core and breath in 45 minutes, we're always meditating in motion, and we're breathing mindfully, and that is meditation. Remember that. Meditation and yoga are both the same thing. Namaste. I felt good.